Last week on the Cow-Calf Corner, we visited with you about the impact of a long, difficult birth on the cow, in the case of the cow that perhaps had to take a couple of hours to deliver that calf. Now this week we want to visit about the impact of that same delivery on the baby calf. Every calf that's born has a certain amount of what we call acidosis, respiratory acidosis. Well, what do we mean by that? Well, as that calf goes through the birth canal, there's a time when the oxygen intake is being shut off or deprived, and the carbon dioxide and some of its byproducts build up in that calf. And if it goes for an extended period of time, then we have a calf that has a lot of those byproducts, primarily lactic acid, therefore the acidosis that we talk about. Calves that really have a high level of acidosis are very, very sluggish and are slow to even start to breathe, certainly going to be slow to get up and find the teat and nurse for the first time to get the colostrum that we know is so important in terms of disease protection. So it is important that those calves that we help deliver, that we get them started breathing as soon as possible. One of the ways that I think is most effective and is really inexpensive is to just grab a straw from a hay bale or straw bale that might be in the area where we're helping that cow deliver the calf, and tickle that nose, the nostrils of that calf, very, very briskly. As you'll see here in this particular video, notice how the calf begins to snort, almost cough, and that's good because we want him to expand his lungs, take in as much oxygen as possible so that he starts to make that correction of being too much acid and too little oxygen. If the calf will take off and begin panting after this, that's exactly what we want. He is correcting then that imbalance in his blood gases. I would really discourage producers from being tempted to hang the calf over the top rail of a fence, thinking that we're allowing some fluids to be discharged from the calf. Actually, when we do that, we restrict that diaphragm muscle and make it more difficult for the calf to begin to breathe. So I'd try the straw trick first. I think that'll go a long ways towards getting some of these calves that are born sluggish off to a better start, to where they start to breathe and correct the problems that they've got, and that way have a better chance of survival and certainly be very, very important to our bottom line as we sell them next fall. Hope this is helpful as you go through this calving season, and we look forward to visiting with you again next week on Sunup's Cow-Calf Corner.